Yo, 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 yo. Oh, man. Woo. All right. Let's get a set up today. What is it, Saturday? My clock is all screwed up. All screwed up. But we got the new commanders, man. New commanders officially announced and released. I have not seen them yet. Not seen them yet. And a lot of you think I'm lying. I promise you I'm not. I literally have not even looked at the skills yet. So I have seen like the general overview, like the versatility combo, whatever, and then one leadership one. But I've tried to not look at it at all. And we're gonna do the live review on stream here, while my farms run auto barb in the background. What's up, Kevin? Yeah, so, and then if I have time, I don't know if I'm gonna have time. It's 1:40 now. I am supposed to meet a friend out for dinner, and, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be, it's an early dinner. It's like a 4 o'clock dinner, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, get the VOD reviews in as well. It might be like an hour stream or so while we review these commanders, but yeah, we will see, man. Hey, Lucid, appreciate your 5-month, dog. I guess I gotta rip some push-ups off the start, man. But yeah, let's I don't want to stall too much, but I'm gonna wait for the stream to kind of kick off, wait for a few more people to get in here, and then we'll start the review. So without telling me, guys, without like telling me if they're broken or not, which I don't know how I can even ask this question, but are they good in your opinion, guys? Are both good, one good, zero good? Are you going to be using them on the field? Do you guys know? I imagine most of the people have already seen the skills. You know, most people who are watching YouTube probably are already looking. So, Ethan, the government is not back in action. No. Squid, what's going on? Ooh, let me turn up the music. One good, one meh? One good. Okay. Well, I'm sure I'll be able to figure out the good one. And if I'm going to guess, it's going to be the Cav one, and the meh one is probably going to be the leadership one. That's kind of, that's my guess. I'm here on my farm, so I can't really go to my main. So one good. Guys, should we just dive into it? I'm honestly, I need to, I need to look him up, because I'm dying to know what the skills are. For now, both are good. Need to wait for the testing. Yeah, and guys, no offense to whoever makes the battle simulator, but I do not trust that thing. So if people are already putting this commander to the battle simulator, I'm telling you, it's not going to be right. Because, yeah, when I ran the battle simulator back in the day when it came out, and it told me that Nevsky Joan, or Nevsky, sorry, not Nevsky Joan, Hugo Nevsky lost to Charles Richard, I knew that something was gonna go terribly wrong. 91 registers 2710, right? I have no idea, man. All right, here, because I'm dying to do it. Let's start. Hold on. I gotta come here. I set this up earlier. Let's see if what I set up was correct. Okay. Chat, can you see my screen? I should have created this. This is the official Instagram page for Rise of Kingdoms. Can you guys see this? I think you can. And then, just based on the likes, chat, can you see this? Just based on the likes, I'm going to say that the Cav one is a little bit more popular, huh? My goodness. This is the one you all want, right? I will love Hector for sure. Ooh, I don't know. I'm not usually a fan of leadership commanders, but you know, I do have Philip, so it is what it is. Okay, so this is Achilles again. Just for all the records here, I have not seen these. I have not seen the skills. I've only seen this page. This is all I've seen. And then some spoilers saying that like one of them might not have a rage cap. Somebody said something like that. So yeah. Okay. Can I increase the volume of what? Myself? I think you might have to increase me. Personally, I can move a little bit closer to my mic. Is that a little bit better? But yeah, I don't know. Also, Lucid, I gotta do your push-ups, dog. I gotta do your push-ups. I do apologize. Oh my goodness. And we just get a Chadsky raid at the same time. Well, I definitely appreciate it, man. Chad, long time. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're doing well. We are actually, for all the people who are just joining us, I assume it's going to load in pretty quickly here. But all the people who are just joining us, I have not yet looked at these skills at all. Not once. So this is a live reaction. And obviously I appreciate the host, Chad. And I'm sure that everybody coming from Chadsy's chat probably also just reviewed all these. I'm sure. Dark Princess, Lord Mercy. Hey, what's up? Sanctume. Lemon, what's going on? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and review these. And Lucid, don't let me forget about your 5 push-ups, dog. I will get there. Okay, I will get there. All right, first skill, Pelion, something. I'm not entirely sure. Okay. No, not us. True. All right. So it does have a rage requirement. So whoever told me that they didn't have a rage requirement kind of lied. Unless there's like another skill after this that said maybe they don't have a rage requirement, but no spoilers in the chat. Launches 2 combo attacks. Okay, so this hits twice. 5 target AoE. I did see that this was a circular AoE, which is really, I think, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. This is the first time ever, right? A Cav commander has had circular AoE. Or am I going insane? I don't think there's a single Cav commander in the game with circular AoE besides this one. Okay, 5 nearby troops, 1,000 damage factor, so 2,000 damage factor. The target loses 20% march speed for 3 seconds. Okay, the march speed is irrelevant. Targets are also inflicted with Sundered for 10 seconds, increasing the damage they receive by Pelion Spear by 5%. Can stack up to 3 times. Its duration resets whenever they gain another stack and cannot automatically clear when exiting combat. Okay. I like the doesn't automatically clear when exiting combat. It means that you can drop rage and still proc this again. Eleanor is circle AoE. Eleanor doesn't have AoE. I think Eleanor is a single target commander. Let's like the stream. I would appreciate a like. Much love and support. Again, Chatsky, thank you for the raid, man. Okay, so to me, this seems really, really good. All right, so I will just put it this way. This is hitting 10 combo attacks in 1 turn. Okay, so if you have things like Horn, Ring, Dagger, Web, whatever, it's almost 100% proc chance on some targets, right? So if you run a Ring, this is pretty much 100% proc chance because it'll be like a 30% chance on 10 targets. I mean, if that doesn't proc on Ring, I feel like you're super unlucky. So obviously really good. I think the new accessory too is going to be really strong with this. It's going to be very, very, very strong with this. Okay, next skill. I guess we get 2 skills here. Okay, 40% attack and 20% march speed while outside of Alliance territory. They also gain 10% health. Okay, not much defense. Okay, that's pretty much a standard skill. Guys, 20% march speed is a lot. I would honestly rather that be 0% march speed for Cavs. I don't like march speed on Cavs. All right, if this commander's on the map, okay, so maybe, guys, wait, rally viable? Maybe. Takes 5% less damage, that's almost nothing. All incoming skill damage, combo attack damage, and counter attack damage is reduced by 10%. Whenever this effect reaches a total of 3,000 damage factor, this commander casts. So this is what a friend of mine was talking about with might not have a rage requirement. Does this have a cooldown? No cooldown. Interesting. Okay. So no cooldown. How fast? 10%. So you have to take 30,000 damage factor for this to proc once. 30,000 damage factor. I mean, you're getting hit with like 10 or so active skills. I mean, I don't see that proccing very often. I mean, QSH in the field means that you're going to take a lot of splash damage, but... Guys, what do we think about this? Does this proc very often? 5% less damage is almost nothing. And then you have to take 30,000 damage factor for you to cast an active skill. And you have no defense. I mean, okay. 30k, not 3k. Okay, so this is what I mean by 30k. So whenever this reduces a total amount of 3,000, right? So you have to reduce 3,000, which means you're getting hit, with 30,000. Does that make sense? Right? So essentially, yeah, you have to take 30,000 damage factor for this to proc in the open field. That seems not great. But either way, let's continue. I don't hate somebody said versus a rally, 30k easy. If it is in a rally, so far all these skills work in a rally. Oh, it's in a field troop. Okay, as soon as I said that. Okay, whenever it's in a field troop, they deal 10% more normal damage. Okay, that busts your combo. And whenever you use the... oh, sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Whenever you use your active skill, it gains 10% bonus to rage speed. Or rage gain speed, and 10% bonus to attack for 10 seconds. This effect can stack up to 2 times. Its duration resets whenever it gains another stack and does not automatically clear when exiting combat. Okay, so 20% rage and 20% attack, essentially. And, okay. Wow, guys. This, this skill, I mean, this commander is glass cannon as hell. 40%, all it has is 10% health, right? And 5% less damage. Okay, this is the expertise. If this commander is a troop on the map, takes 5%. Okay, wait. This is where it's important to read all the skills, okay? So this skill is an upgraded version of this, right? Okay, so you still take 5% less damage. All incoming skill damage, combo attack, and counterattack damage is reduced by 15%. We have 430k troops in KVK. 30k is nothing. JNN, that's 30k damage factor does not equal 30k damage. I just wanna clarify. I'd say 30k damage factor is like maybe 100,000 damage or more. Okay, so all incoming skill is reduced by 15. Whenever this effect reduces 2,500 damage factor, this commander casts the active skill. Okay. This is better. I would have said that the skill was bad before this. Now I think this is better. I can't do the mental math here. 10, so 2,500 damage factor. And then, so you're looking at like taking 20,000 damage factor instead. Just like rough mental math. So I think you're looking at like 20,000 damage factor, which is probably equal to like, I don't know, maybe 80,000, or maybe not 80,000, maybe 66,000 troops, something like that in your march. Honestly, guys, I'm not like blown away by this. I think it's good, but I'm not blown away by this. Does this reset when you drop combat? If this commander's troop is on the map, it takes 5% less skill damage, all incoming whenever this... Okay, so guys, this is what I'm going to say for this commander, okay? This is what I'm going to say. One, it does actually have some weird rally capabilities here. This skill works while in a rally. This skill doesn't work. You lose this, but honestly, you get 40% attack. This might just be a decent rally commander for like AoE with Sebutai if there's nothing else available. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not blown away. I think it's good, but I'm not blown away by this commander. I think you will probably get an extra proc of your Palaean Spear probably once every 3 skill cycles. And guys, if this resets, okay? If this resets when you drop combat, this commander's bad. I just wanna say it that way. I know maybe I'm not buying into the hype, but guys, if you like, if this 3,000 damage factor, or I guess 2,500 damage factor with the active skill, if you drop combat and you have to redo 2,500 damage factor, this will never proc. So I really hope that this doesn't reset when you get out of combat. Counter rally won't be so great. Yeah, the reason why I don't like the counter rally is because he has literally 0 defensive stats. Guys, 10% health. As a counter rally, no way. You're just gonna want Attila. Okay, so right off the rip, I don't mean to be a little pessimistic, but I need to contact support and I need to find out if this skill what is it? How do I even say this? Hephasian? Armor. I need to figure out if this resets when you drop combat. The reason why, I'm not sure if it doesn't, because look at this skill. Does not automatically clear when exiting combat, right? It's like, it says it. This, however, does not say it. 2500 damage factor. Why is that 60k damage? Maybe one Who skill cast of damage? No. Guys, so Dragon, let me be clear. It's not when you take 2500 damage factor. It's when this skill reduces 2500 damage factor. And you only reduce 15% of the skill at any given time. So you have to take... Now, the math... I'm not sure of the math in my head on this one. But you have to take something like or not 60,000. That was for this skill. Or you have to take 30,000, right? Damage factor for this skill. For this one, you're going to have to take about 20,000 damage factor, right? You're going to have to take 20,000 damage factor. That's a lot, right? And 20,000 damage factor on any given march. Guys, think about it. Let's go into game here, okay? I'm just gonna make this pretty obvious for you. Here. Let's see. Is my stream gonna load in? Hold on. I don't know why it is not working. Hold on, chat. I know all you see is a black screen. There we go. That should work now. Okay, so it's 16. Okay, is that the math? It's 16.666 damage. Okay, so you're gonna have to take. So JP, I'm gonna take your word for it. You're gonna have to take 16.6 thousand damage factor. Right. So if we go into Huo, Cav. I'm on my farm, guys. This is why it looks a little bit weird. Do I have Huo? So Huo does 2,700 damage factor. How many times do you get hit with a Huo to equal 16,000 damage factor? Right? So I'm going to have to get hit with Huo, what, like, let's just say 3, 5. Okay, 6 times. So I have to take 6 active skills from Huo to get 1 extra active skill on this commander. Does that make sense? It's not just taking 2,500 damage factor. It's reducing 2,500 damage factor. So I'm honestly not in love with it. Like, you are rarely ever going to get the extra active skill. And if it resets before you drop combat, that seems like really bad. Because you're going to drop combat all the time. But that's just my theory. I mean, you probably take what, like 30 casts of Huo's active skill before you die? So, I mean, maybe you get 4 or 5 extra active skills the entire time your march is out of combat. Well, then it just feels like the cav release of Herman Prime. Yeah, and Herman Prime was very good. And I think while Arthur has no pairings, it will be a good pairing for Arthur just because of the nature of, you know, hitting 10 targets with combo damage. But somebody else said it only has 30% of... It's 21. Okay, so Razor, it's even worse then. Yo, just realized it's reducing, not taking. Yeah, that's bad. Okay, so I'm not the only one going crazy here, right? Or did other content creators see this or not? Can you guys tell me? Because I feel like I'm the only one that's not hyped from what I have seen so far. Yeah, interesting. So also Arthur and Achilles have 30% of defensive stats total. Yeah, they have 30% health, right? Yeah, that's tough. I don't know, man. To be fair, Philip doesn't have very many defensive stats either, and that march does pretty well. So, okay, so right now others stay the same. Okay, so they stay the same. So if they stay the same, I'm surprised this commander's gotten as much hype as it has. So I'll say this: do I think this commander is good? I will say yes. Do I think that it's better than Arthur? No. I would say Arthur's probably a better commander. And what I mean, I will probably invest in it. But yeah, I mean, guys, I think a really good comparison. All right. I think a really depends if white damage is included or not. White damage is not included, Mats. It's only counterattack damage, smite damage, and skill damage, and combo damage. You said earlier that his AoE would launch 10 combo attacks. Are you sure that's true? Wouldn't just be 2, but they hit 5 people? No, each target gets hit with 2. Arthur needs a combo pair that is better than Bert. Yeah. So, okay, without going to the next commander yet, because there are 2 commanders. Sorry guys, let's go back to let's go back here. Okay. So far, I would give this commander... Oh, is this the active skill animation? Yeah, okay. I mean, sure. Looks cool. AoE. 2,000 damage factor. 5 targets. With no amplification. Means that this guy does less damage than YSG. Alright? So he does less damage than YSG. I don't think he's incredibly tanky because he has literally 10% health only when off territory. And then this, 5% less damage taken, and then 15% less skill, combo, and counter. Oh my god, it doesn't even do smite. This guy doesn't... What? This guy doesn't even reduce smite damage. I'm gonna give this commander like a 6 out of 10, guys. I mean, if you don't have a lot of gold heads, I don't... With the new cav... Guys, we have new cav commanders coming in December, right? If you run 1 combo march, you're probably gonna bench this guy in December. You're probably gonna run Arthur and the new guy. I think... I'm not loving this guy. I think he's fine. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Kane is going to 100% max new commander. Yeah, I mean, probably, because I'm going to move my Philip around. And I have 1,400 gold heads or whatever. Okay. You'll say it again. I'll love Hector. Okay. Let's see if I love Hector. Let's see. I don't want to be pessimistic here. I think, guys... A really good comparison for this commander is Ragnar, okay? I think that he and Ragnar, in player says he's OP, 2k AoE. I just said he isn't OP. Look down, 5% damage increase. I do see the damage increase, a little bit, yes. But also you have to hit the same targets, which almost never happens in the open field. And it only lasts for 10 seconds, so you're rarely ever going to get this damage increase. Honestly. Unless you're hitting, like, somebody in a 5v5 murder ball. But generally in the open field, when it's like open field fight versus open field fight, you're attacking a march, you're running away, maybe you're firing another active skill within 10 seconds, which is, like, you know, good, but you're also going to hit other targets, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe if your Palayan Spear stacked with other people's Palayan Spear, but... I will, honestly, I'm going to give this commander a 6 out of 10. But this is like the Ragnar commander and December Cav, Field and Garrison still coming. Yeah, so December Cav, the Field and Garrison are still coming. That is correct. So we are going to have more Cav commanders. Trust me, Arthur and Achilles will cook. I do think it will. Let me be very clear. Just because I'm giving this commander a 6 out of 10 does not mean that he's not going to be really good with Arthur. And I'm sure that there's like been testing going on, and with the new, what is it, the battered hilt or something, whatever the accessory is, that and horn are going to naturally make these commanders good just because of the strength of calves and strength of combo. But I'm gonna be honest, this guy's kit is not overly impressive. I would say this guy is going to be very similar, in my opinion, to Ragnar, who I would say is good and has continued to see play, but will probably fall off way quicker than Arthur, way quicker than QSH, way quicker than BQ Luce. Like, it's very obvious that I think this guy is not a great, very long-term investment, especially if you only run 1 combo pairing. All right, so that's my final verdict. All right, that's my final verdict. All right, this shit's gonna make me happy with new Heroes Hilt, but I'll wait until next new Cav cycle soon. Yeah. Okay, so that's my final verdict. 6 out of 10. Will be good. We'll see play with Arthur, but will probably be the second or third best combo commander, or probably will be the third best combo commander by December, which is a month and a half. So I would be careful. Attila Achilles. I mean, it's. I don't like Attila in the open field. It's fine, and I know we have a bunch of Chatsky viewers here, but yeah, Attila is not my jam in the open field. Okay, we clearly need another commander swap. Yeah, I don't know who this guy is. Yusuf. You guys can't see it on the screen, I don't think, but I agree with all these commanders. All right, so this is Hector. I gave Achilles a 6 out of 10, and I think that he will see play, but obviously not meta breaking and not too strong. Okay. Let me send out the auto barbs on the farms. Okay. So this guy, leadership, versatility, support. This guy's a tank. I like the shield. All right. So not a primary, right? Oh god. This is a long active skill. Okay, 1000 rage requirement. This skill depends on the talents of the primary commander of this troop. So basically this guy, wait. Can this guy just not be a primary? Oh, otherwise. Okay, otherwise, I see. Maybe if he's primary, he does this? Okay, whatever. Okay, infantry. So if this guy is a secondary commander to an infantry commander, he deals smite damage to a target troop, 2600, take 5% less damage. So single target, 2600 damage factor. Okay, that kind of sucks. All right, Cav launches 2 combo attacks against the target troop, damage factor 20 or 1400. The next 3 seconds, 5 near. Okay, so 2800 damage factor, single target, kind of bad. Otherwise, they deal direct damage factor to a target troop, so 2700 damage factor for. Okay, and they do and lose 15 rage per second. I mean, that's a little bit better. Okay. Active skill is kind of shit. This is not good. I'm not impressed. So if he's a leadership commander, then he better have a bunch of other stats. Dude, Achilles is better than any Cav commander we have now except Arthur. He's an instant max. Who will... Okay, so darn, that is exactly what I said, right? I said that he is better than what we have, but he will be benched probably in December if you have one combo pairing, because I don't think he's that good. I think he's fine. I don't think he's busted. I saw AoE Versa and Cavs. I thought equals Barb Chain for the win. He's fast AoE. Yes, exactly. Cavalry is AoE. This is not AoE. He launches 2 combo attacks against a targeted troop, and then you get a little bit of a debuff, 5% more normal damage. Okay. This commander gains 20% march speed, 10% health, and 30% defense. Okay, tanky. Very tanky. That's a pretty simple skill. I like the march speed on a versatility commander, but yeah, we'll see. Okay. This commander's troops takes 10% less normal damage. Again, more tanky stats. Oh my god. Guys. Oh, these skills are so long. Infantry, whenever they deal smite damage, there's a 50% chance that the damage will be increased by 15%. Can trigger 3 times per second. That's really bad. Wow, that's terrible. 50% chance that it'll be increased by 15? Doesn't William Wallace have like a 50% chance to increase it by 80%? And I know that this is 3 times and William Wallace can only do 1 time, but that seems bad. Okay. Whenever the troop launches a basic attack, it has a 20% chance to trigger, launch an extra combo attack. Damage factor 400, can trigger up to 3 times per second. They launch a basic attack, it has a 20% chance to launch an extra combo attack. Okay, this is... Okay, wait. This is good. 20% chance to launch an extra combo attack, can trigger 3 times per second. Now this can trigger up to 1200 damage factor. So if this procs... Oh my gosh. Guys, so if you have a combo attack that does AoE, so aka Arthur or Achilles, then you have a butterfly that procs, right? On those active skills, yeah, you can get 1200 damage factor from this skill. Pretty regularly, I think. I don't like the 10-second cooldown, but I think 1200... Well, guys, is 1200 damage factor even that high? Guys, we have Alex, which is 1700. We have William, which is 1500. I mean, it's better than the Smite version. I don't think it's, I think it's good. I don't think it's broken. I think it's good. Otherwise, whenever the troop inflicts a debuff on an enemy troop, it takes 5% less damage for the next 10 seconds, stacking up to 2 times, and its duration resets whenever it gains another stack. So, QSH ZL. No, QSH... You can't do QSH ZL if this March is in the March. So, can't really pair with QSH because it does nothing. This skill does nothing if paired with QSH. Okay. Guys, so far... Man, I don't want to be pessimistic. I just sound like a pessimistic streamer, but this commander does not do it for me so far. If this commander is attacking a troop on the map, if they're... okay, so attacking a troop on the map. If their troop's the primary commander... Okay, if their troop's primary commander has the infantry or cav talent, holy. Every second, their troop has a 50% chance to gain 20% bonus to normal damage dealt for the next 5 seconds. Oh, this is good. Wow, hold on. If their troop's primary commander has inf or cav, every second, so you don't even have to be hitting something, right? You just have a chance to gain this? 20% damage for 5 seconds? Cooldown 7 seconds? And it's going to proc in 2 seconds on average? This is going to have over 50% uptime. Okay, so 20% bonus to normal damage for 50% uptime. Otherwise, every second their troop has a 50% chance to gain 30% bonus to skill damage dealt. So same thing. Okay, so about 50% uptime. So it should just be ticking. So 50% uptime for 30% bonus to skill damage. Okay, wait. No, when I say it that way, then it averages out to 15% increased skill damage. Right? Oh, is it? Yeah, it says is attacking, but it doesn't say it's triggered off a basic attack. So, okay, but guys, when you read this, so 50% or 50% chance to proc, 20% bonus to normal damage, and let's just say the average uptime is 50%, this whole skill is 10% bonus to normal damage, or 15% bonus to skill damage, which also seems bad when you put it that way. I thought this was better than it is. I don't think it's very good. Guys, I think this commander sucks. I think this commander is trash. I am not going to be investing in this guy. He is very, very tanky. He is very, very tanky. But I think this commander is just straight up bad. Single target active skill. The debuff that he has is not nearly enough. His amplification is also just not enough. Yeah, I'm going to give this commander a 3 out of 10. I think the only commander in this release that's going to see any play is going to be Achilles. I'll invest in Achilles and see how performance-wise Hector does. So, the thing is, though... I mean, can this guy be like a garrison? No. Is it... Wait! No, attacking a troop on the map. Oh, wait. I didn't even read the last skill. Guys, I'm dumb. Hold on. Alright. If this commander's troop is only 1 unit type, it deals 10% more damage. Okay, so bad. If their troop contains 2 unit types, 10... Okay, bad. Wow. 10% more damage as a whole skill? Okay, yeah, this commander's trash. 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. Done. Terrible. Yeah. Do not invest in this guy. This guy's trash. The guy behind, or the idea behind this guy is that he's usable for all 3 troop types, but he's not. Philip is better than this guy. Philip is definitely better than this guy. I mean, single target damage. Philip does the instant proc AoE with buffs and has a chance to fire your active skill again twice. I mean, the thing is, this guy doesn't even amplify your damage that much, huh? Like, it's all tanky stats. You know what this guy reminds me of? Shajar. This guy reminds me of Shajar. 2700 damage factor, single target, super tanky, has like some random like defensive stats and then healing stats, and then nearly no damage amplification, but just will never die. Like 10% more all damage, and then 15% more skill damage. And then, I mean, this skill is just terrible. Cortex said Shajar 2.0. Did he really? Okay, well, you know what, Cortex? Clip this and send it to him. Cortex, I agree with you 100%. I think this guy is Shajar 2.0. Actually, I think Shajar is better than this commander. Yeah. So low on gold heads, wait for next cab, keep playing Arthur Phillip for now. Wild, I would say yes. Okay, so for the people just arriving, Hector's trash, unplayable. And then Achilles, I will say this. I will probably, if my next KVK comes around, I guess I'll be fighting in November, probably. So I do think... okay, go back to drinking, have a good stream. I'm going to be there soon. I'm going to go out and get dinner with a friend of mine. I do think that this commander, just because he hits 5 targets, is good. And he will be a better pair than whatever we have right now for Arthur. Okay? So this guy will be invested in and probably played. The only reason I'm telling you guys to be cautious is because this guy is giving me Ragnar Prime vibes, which is very, very strong, like right off the rip. However, he will probably be replaced in like 2 months. So be very cautious. Now, if you run 2 combo pairings, obviously this is worth it. You obviously invest in Achilles. But if you run 1 combo pair, which I think most people do, which is either Arthur William right now or Arthur Phillip, then yeah, you're going to run Arthur Achilles. But then as soon as the next combo commander gets released for Cavs in literally a month and a half, I think you're going to bench Achilles. Unless the new release is just bad. But dude, again, I don't want to sound like a negative Nancy here, but this is 2000 damage factor with 0 amplification, right? Except for like a little bit here, which won't proc very often. Yeah, people confusing Achilles 4 skill. Exactly. So I am now, maybe you just showed up in the stream, but this skill is not as good as people think. Okay. So this skill, this skill has to reduce a total of 2500 damage factor, meaning you need to take something like, I don't know, 20,000 damage factor in order for you to proc this once. Okay. And I don't know if you guys realize taking 20,000 damage factor is like, I don't know, 6 Huo active skills. Okay. If you've taken 6 Huo active skills, you're already yellow. Okay. So this skill is not going to proc as much as you think. I could be wrong, but that's me theory crafting. Okay. And then from there, I mean, this isn't overly good. 10% more normal damage is fine. Maybe a stacking, but the problem is, and this is really where I am like, I don't know. It's really hard for me to say if this is good or not, because if this resets, if you drop combat, this commander is unplayable. Hopefully it doesn't reset when it drops combat. I'm just going to say it that way. I really hope this doesn't reset when you drop combat. And then, yeah, from there, you just have a bunch of aggressive stats. I don't know. Okay, my final topic, or my final discussion. John, thank you for the 2, man. I appreciate it. I'll say it this way. My final rating is Achilles 6 out of 10. We'll see play for 1 KVK cycle. And then Hector 3 out of 10, unplayable, do not invest. Okay? Can I just say, I'll just say it that way. All of other busts remain, so hopefully the final one does as well. I agree. Do you think that the amount of QSHs on the field, the expertise, will proc more often? I don't, because it's just how much damage factor you take total. John, I I appreciate the 5s, man. You're being very generous. Thank you. Yeah, I'll just say that you have to take a ton of damage factor. QSH does a little, like, small damage factor to a ton of targets. So you still have to eat the same amount. It doesn't matter who's on the field or not. One more new Cav Commander releasing in December. Yeah, John, that's what I'm saying. I'd say if you are limited on gold heads, this is probably not an invest for you. That is what I would say. Which seems crazy. Alright guys, we're going back in game. Hold on. I'm gonna log on to the main. I do appreciate the multiple donos, John. Seriously. I'm more interested in Zuge Hector. I don't think it's gonna be good. I think you run Herman over Hector every single time. You run Zuge Herman for sure. Alright. Yeah, I'm at 761 gold heads. I'm gonna save. Yeah, so I might invest just for one KVK, which sounds really bad. Whoops. Where do I see my gold heads? Down here. So obviously I've got this set. This is not my set. This is the set. I've got this set that I'll be running. And in fact, I will probably end up going 2 combo damage pairings in the future. So I will probably invest. Yeah, so my long-term plan is to have 2 combo pairings and 1 skill damage pairing. Because I run 3 calves, guys. So I will probably invest and then see how it goes from there. But if you don't have 3 calves, or at least 2 combo pairings, I would not invest in this guy. And you're limited on gold heads. So I've got, oh, I have less than I thought. 1,162 gold heads, which means I will be able to invest in 1 commander this cycle and 1 commander next cycle. Huo, Arthur, Achilles, new Cav, and I'd still like to get rid of Huo, so even Hector would be good. There's, dude, I don't even think Hector's better than Huo. I think I'd rather Huo. But, I mean, my Huo does pretty well, but obviously I've got pretty good stuff on here. Hey, you need Achilles? What's up, Oda? Yeah. So what I'm saying is, so this is my, right? So I've got this set, and I've got this set. And then obviously, I think, well, where are my armaments? Bro. Is that why my Canyon team isn't doing as well as I thought? Wait. Wait. Bro. Oh, my Canyon team. Hold on. Well, this is why you look through your gear, chat. Hold on. 1, 2. No wonder I'm losing, guys. Alright. I think all this is good. Gotta go this. Hold on. I gotta fix my Canyon lineup, chat. I actually don't use this at all in Canyon. I gotta go Trajan. Okay. Alright. So we go BQ Liuche with the correct armaments. We go Huo with these armaments. We go QSH. Okay. We're getting there. Ragnar. And then Trajan. Alright. And then, sadly, we bench this glorious set for Canyon. Maybe that changes with the new releases, though. Okay. Autosync. Defense. We're good now? Okay, there we go. We're good. Go on. Make sure everything is good here. I don't know why there's a 4 there. Okay. And this is my nuke in the back. Okay, like that. Ragnar. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Where's my Constantine? Okay. Alright. Well, maybe my Canyon team does a little bit better now. Alright. What about combo accessories? Is it better now? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So, guys, for those of you who don't know, my long-term game plan is I will probably dismantle. I know. Everybody in chat, you guys are going to freak out, by the way. You guys are going to freak out. I'm going to dismantle probably one of my horns or one of my drums, and I'm going to make the cav accessory. I'm going to keep my web, all right? And I'm going to keep my dagger. The reason for this, and I will explain it very simply to all you guys in chat, I will have one web and probably the combo accessory on one march, and then I will have probably my horn and dagger. Did I just say that? Horn and web on the other. So the plan is to have 2 combo marches, one with a dagger on it, one with a web on it, and probably double horn, or at least just drum. And the reason why this is, guys, very simple. I love debuffs. I love debuffs. Always been a debuff kind of guy. With the combo and with butterfly, right? So I have butterfly. Every single time I launch a combo attack, which, by the way, Arthur does 6 and the new guy does 10. So I essentially have 16 chances at 50% chance to apply a stack of either dagger or web. And the amount of debuffs that stack up from that are very, very high. Also, my intention is to be a swarmer once I push a Zenith eventually, so I need those accessories anyway. What's up, Death? How's the commanders looking? And John, thank you for the $2, man. You're being generous with the small donations today, man. I appreciate it. I still have 5 push-ups to do from the membership I got, but I feel like you guys can't see me do push-ups anymore, so it's like tragic. Oh, and thank you for the membership. So I guess I have 10 now. I gave the ratings a 3 out of 10 for Hector, almost unplayable, and then I gave Achilles a 6 out of 10. It will be good for a cycle, and then that is pretty much it. Thanks, man. And do you recommend combo accessory with horn or with ring? With horn. So the only reason I don't love the ring for essentially combo commanders is that they have no rage generation in their tree, right? So they don't have rejuvenate, and so horn is pretty much mandatory. You pretty much have to have a horn. So I will run horn, right? So, or I mean, horn is way better than drums. I will run horn and web, and then on my other combo, let's just say this is combo, I'll run dagger, probably. Yeah, I guess dagger horn. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. Or the new combo accessory, but I don't have the combo accessory, so either I bench one of my daggers or web. I don't know. A lot of stuff going on in my head that I am not articulating too well. I'm not gonna bench my dagger or web. What am I saying? Yeah. So I get rid of this. So this is what I have to get rid of. This war drums right here, and probably craft a horn, and then figure out what I'm doing with my dagger. I can probably put it on a combo damage commander like Liu Che, and that would work well. Because he also does combo damage. I'll figure it out, chat. I'll figure it out one of these days, but this is not a problem that I have to work with right now. People wanted to pair for Arthur. Now they got it. What's your thoughts on December being a skill damage? So that would really suck. I am only giving this Achilles commander a 6 out of 10 because essentially I think he's going to be replaced almost immediately in the next cycle. I think that for now he will be a good pairing with Arthur, yes. And eventually I will run 2 combo commanders or 2 combo pairings, so I will probably invest, but yeah. Am I back to work yet or not? No, man, government's still shut down. 0.5 push-up count? That's crazy. Does drums worse than horn even when you have some of them? I'm not exactly sure what you mean. But in every scenario, a Horn of Fury is better than a drum. Every single scenario. 1 Horn of Fury is better than 1 drum. I have a singular drums and I'm finishing with accessories. Do I dismantle and make another ring? I have 5 horns. 5 horns, 3 rings, 1 greatest glory, and 1 drums. So I guess 5 marches. I don't know, man. I can't give you a straight answer, honestly. I think you probably will find better upgrades in your marches. It is definitely better for you not to dismantle that and just like upgrade your gear, right? Like a drum is still a very solid accessory. It's still a very good accessory. It's not like broken though. And as long as people are running William in the field, where's my boy? My favorite old commander of all time. Where's my Willie? Willie! Okay, I can't find him. There we go. Oh, he's level 40, that's why. As long as people still run this guy, yeah, I mean, your drums and stuff are not going to be as valuable. Just because this commander is so good. Just got back from my vacation. Time to lock in for our next GameK. Time to lock in, bro. Hey, man. I maxed Coda today, so where are you at? Also, I don't know if this is really a good idea. I didn't get nearly as many speeds as I thought. It turns out most of those speeds are training speeds, which is fine. I need training speeds anyway, but yeah. All right, let me do your 10 push-ups. Although you guys can't see it anymore. Can I like go in the corner? I don't know if you guys can see it. There we go. I need your 10. RIP the old camera angle, bro. RIP the old camera angle. Alright, here. Alright, now Circle of Life. Yeah, so the Circle of Life bundle isn't bad, but also there are just way better bundles out there that I'll get eventually. So Circle of Life is healing speeds and universal speeds. This is probably better for actual fighting than Coda. But I don't know. I just got Coda. And then I will probably buy the next holiday bundle. Guys, can you remind me in chat? Is there like an event or like a bundle event that drops during Halloween? I don't remember there being like a Halloween. I remember there being like one of those events where over 7 days you got to do a bunch of quests, but I don't remember like an actual holiday bundle dropping. I remember there being like a Black Friday bundle. It's 40 days of speeds, healing, and universal. Yeah, so Coda is 45 days of speeds, but 30 of those are training speeds. So Coda is 45 days of speeds. Yeah, and then 10 healing and 5 universals. And then you get a bunch of boosts, right? So Coda is generally more valuable, but yeah. Just for the frame? What do you mean? Death, is that you? Oh, I thought I thought that might be you because I was talking shit in chat. That's funny. Oh, I didn't update the counter. There we go. All right. I don't know if I have time. Okay, guys, I don't have time to do a VOD review of my recent Kingsland. I really want to do a VOD review, but I'm probably only going to be streaming here for another 20 or 30 minutes, and I don't think we have enough time. Because I am probably going to go get a haircut, and then I got dinner with a friend of mine, so, yeah. They're always a bundle with a frame. So, yeah, for Halloween, I remember, hold on, what were some of the, what were some of the other frames? Oh, man. Back in the day? Like, that's obviously Thanksgiving. Okay, yeah, and then this is the Halloween one. But I don't remember exactly the bundle that came out with it, right? Because normally you can get, like, I don't know, 50 days to 60 days during the holiday bundles. So, yeah, who knows? Also, I haven't been drinking my coffee. Philip Hector with Civilized. Okay, that, you know what? Philip Hector with Civilized just is the Trajan Mulan of 2025, bro. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Also, Death, how are your speed ups looking, dog? Do they look like this or what? Because I'm still struggling. I ain't very high on speeds. Going into our first fight last KVK, I had 2.2k days. So, will I hit 2.2k days? Probably not. By the time we start fighting again. Yeah, I don't know. Guys, I don't think there's any way that I repeat my performance from last KVK. There's no shot, not with my speeds. Although I will say, a lot of people in my video did say that they didn't think I could do it, which is kind of funny. There was like a comment that said, with your current account status and your speed ups, there's no way you get over 2 billion kill points, and I got almost 7. Oh man. Alright, did I already buy this? Okay, I did. Alright, so I'm gonna make a poll actually. First of all, hold on. Which account do I need to log in? I think it's Tiny Cane, right? This is small, not screen share. Yes, tiny. Shiv, so what's your review on the new Cav Commander? Okay, so I'm gonna make a poll to see what you guys are doing, if you're investing or not. But I gave Hector, which is the Universal Leadership Commander, I gave Hector a 3 out of 10. I think he's terrible. I think he's actually borderline unplayable, and you shouldn't invest in him. I think he's worse than Philip, probably, and he reminds me a lot of Shajar. So I would definitely not. Oh goodness, it's gonna die before then. My own farm griefing me. It's fine. Hold on. See if I can get out there, guys. I even popped a 50% for barbs. Isn't that crazy on the farms? Yeah. So I think Achilles, however, I gave a 6 out of 10. I think he is not stronger than Arthur, but I do think he's going to have a short-term role. And if you have 2 combo commanders, or 2 combo pairings, then he is going to be good. So, I'm not overly impressed though. He's definitely not better than Arthur. I think his last skill is going to really depend on whether or not it resets when he's out of combat. And I think for now, Arthur Achilles is the obvious pairing. But I think as soon as the December Cavs come out, assuming they're not skill damage, which, God, I hope they are not, then, yeah, I think that Achilles will probably be replaced by that new Cav. That's my guess. All right, so I'm gonna make a poll actually. Are you going to invest in Achilles? I think Hector is just not even a thing. So here, we're gonna go start a poll. Are you going to invest into Achilles? I'm curious. I need to catch up to you and spend more? Bro, you can't be that far behind me, are you? Bro, even my farms are decent. I'll be training on the farms. But I'm going burr right now with the auto barb, so me and Small Kane are linking up here. I love when my auto barbs just line up and they just work together. Cool kids. How many speeds do you have? Like 5k days? Get out of here. I won't invest until I see some testing videos. Yeah. I think for me, it's like I said, I think I have to invest just because I'm going to be running 2 calves. But yeah. Or 2, not 2 calves, but 2 delta. Also got to convert wedges over to delta. Yep. That's something that I'm going to have to do on my main account. I'm probably going to keep my, like, legendary set on wedge. that I already have. And then probably I will swap my third or my second wedge set over to combo. Which also means, oh man, I'm gonna have to get another butterfly eventually. That's tough. Can Hector garrison? I don't think so. I actually looked at that a little bit, but I don't think he's a great garrison. I think one of his skills you had to be on the map for. Should have had a third option for depends on next cav release. Yeah, I think that is probably the best answer, Mats. I'll be honest. I should have had a third option. If you have... This is my advice to everybody in chat right now. If you have less than 700 gold heads right now, and you run one combo march, I would wait the next 1.5 months for the new calves. Okay? I would not invest into Achilles. That is my biggest advice to you. Okay? Isn't Achilles locked behind a bundle? He's probably gonna be... Guys, how was Ragnar released? Ragnar was released in some sort of event, right? He was like released and then you had to buy him for like $10 and then you got like 50 gold heads or something. I forget exactly what it was. Oh guys, isn't there a KVK going on too? I don't know why I just thought of this. Isn't the 2774, 2218 KVK happening? Wow, 3060 dropped out of Gold Imp. No way. Ragnar was free, was he? Wasn't there a bundle that you could buy with Ragnar, though? That had him, like, a few, Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Okay, this seems like it's not going very well for one of these sides. Huh. Yeah, I think this KVK is pretty much over. Unlock was free, bundle was for more heads. Okay. I see. By the way, let's say it's an example. As an example, let's say Achilles Saladin and all skill damage and counterattack damage reduced will stack, right? Yes, they would stack. But do not run that. 26 or 2369, 2218 are our cammates. Oh, Hulk, so you're in this one? Yeah, I mean, seems pretty over. To be fair, you can't really expect much from 3060, so... Yeah, I mean, when your average players look like this, bro. Holy... God. Oh my god, bro. Freest KP of all time. No offense, 3060. I'm sure you're watching, but... Oof. Gosh. What a monster. Yeah. I'm sure that whoever got 3060 was going to lose this KVK from the start. At least this side's a good fight. This is where I want to look. This seems like fun. Yeah, so what'll probably happen, my guess is that there was a quest to spend 200 gold heads on Ragnar or other Viking commanders and get 6 epic mats. I don't remember that. What'll probably end up happening is, you know, you'll get like 10 heads for, you know, logging in for 7 days, and then there'll probably be another bundle for like 10 or 15 bucks, and then you can unlock more heads. That's my guess. Water tried to double teaming us with fire, sent half the camp to us. Yeah, I mean, pretty sure this one's over. That's the average rock player stats. You know, you're not wrong. But, Kingdoms like 2774 and 2218 shouldn't be fighting against the average rock player, you know? Where Daddy is saying it's possible with Attila with Achilles. Yeah, so I will say this. Unless your arch formation is unbelievably cracked, you really should not be ever running Attila in the open field. It'll be fine, especially if you like to run your marches down to like sad face repeatedly and, you know, trade like 1-to-1. He'll do fine, but in general, Attila is not a good open field march. Never has been. Just popped in. What's your opinion on these commanders? Because I'm thinking about maxing QSH. He's only 5.551 right now. Sonder, max QSH. 100%. 100%. Attila with Achilles will work. Achilles just has no combo boost. Or Achilles has no combo boost, by the way. Yeah, like I said, it'll probably do fine, but yeah, if Attila Liu works, Attila Achilles will too. Yeah, but Attila Liu, like, is just way worse than BQ Liu Che. It's also worse than Liu Che Alex. It's, yeah. Attila Liu was never my favorite March. Again, it kind of all depends on the gear you have. If you do have a cracked out arch set, then fine, but I don't think you really want that. Sunder, QSH is by far and away better than either of these two commanders. Are you going to bench Huo? No. I will run 3 cabs, so I'm not going to bench Huo. I probably move my Philip, though. So I don't run Arthur Philip. I'm going to run... Because I will invest, but I have enough gold heads, and also I'm going to run 2 combo commanders in the future, or 2 combo pairings, so... he's a no-brainer for me, but I think... And this is the advice that I said earlier. If you have less than 700 gold heads and you only run 1 combo pairing, do not invest in Achilles until we see what the December Cav release comes out to be, okay? Damage reductions don't help with Achilles Force set. It says damage reduced by this effect. Yes, it's only by that effect. 1188 performance in that KVK has been awful from what I've seen. Send recruiters to them. A lot of 1118 members probably migrating. I'm not gonna capitalize on that. Also, we don't really have much space anymore. But with that said, you can't really blame them, man. Like, even if their performance isn't up to par, like, you're allied with 3060 and you can't. And, I mean, they're a Gold Imperium, and I think this is their whole field, right? So... this is probably 1188, right? Over here. So, yeah, I mean, no matter if you think 1188's good or not, which I think they are, they can't beat 2 or 3 other kingdoms. There's just no way. Huo now performs bad. My Huo does quite well, but yeah, I think it all depends on your gear and your playstyle. 1188 hits hard, but they don't on the numbers? Yeah, for sure. Who Arthur was worse than Arthur Philip for me? Yeah, I would say that kind of depends on your... Uh-oh. Swarm it. Oh, get it done. Come on. There you go. This guy doesn't know that he has marches in there. Oh, God. This guy's getting smoked. Maybe not that bad. Are you sure they're going to release new calves in December? I'm 95% positive, yes. I could expertise my BQ, who is 5511 at the moment, or keep him there, and expertise QSH. Sounder, I'd say it depends on if you're going into KVK. QSH will be your best commander at 5111. At the same time, though, I mean... If you have the gold heads, I'd say, and you have a really good smite tree, like a pincer formation, and you have Liu Che done, BQ Liu Che is the second best march in the game behind anything that has QSH. And then I don't think you're going to be benching either BQ or Liu Che for a long time. And I think both of these commanders that were just announced are worse than BQ Liu Che and QSH. So, yeah. Maybe Huo isn't tanky like QSH and BQ. The reason why Huo is now all of a sudden bad, which in reality he isn't, it's a new tech change, man. Cav now have too much march speed to where they are the first to hit and they swing around. So the only way that you can get around your Cavs performing poorly is by micromanaging your marches. And I do that quite a lot. You guys have seen on my streams. But a lot of people don't, and they just kind of right click and then their marches fan out. And that's why Cavs are doing bad for a lot of people. So whichever is essentially your fastest Cav march gets caught. 915 gold heads. Do you think I can do Achilles and new Cav cycle? Yes, you can. You have enough gold heads to where in a month and a half you'll have enough for the next commander. Although I would be cautious, right? Because if you don't have like QSH finished or something, then I'd be careful. This KVK was a Diplo win. 1188 has basically disbanded before the KVK. I mean, yeah, Diplo win is pretty obvious, but I don't know, man. Most KVKs are Diplo wins these days. At least they're getting a decent fight. This is day 2, right? 2387 going Troy. Nice. But they will not have the pass by the end of the day. Or honestly, they gotta make progress here. Oh, it's shielded. I see. Oh, no, it's not shielded. This is just an arrow tower. Ah, this is shielded. So they can't burn out from here. Interesting shield. Why would you shield on the offensive while you're trying to get to their pass? Interesting. Interesting. Yep, this looks like GG's. Looks GG's. I used Who Arthur in KVK4 that still has old tech. Myself and basically everyone else complained of how poor Who Arthur ran. Really interesting. I mean, I don't run Who Arthur anymore. I ran Who Belly, and then I ran Joe Nevsky, and they didn't trade like my best marches of all time, but I mean, they were definitely pretty decent. But I'm not gonna really compare my experiences with your average rock player because I don't think that's fair. And I mean, like even in my experience, it is very obvious that Cavs swing now. Like even if you're trying not to like pay attention like too much in my career marches, you do just have to pay more attention nowadays. And every once in a while, like we all have little laps, right? Like we all have moments where we're not really paying attention, and they swing, and then all of a sudden they're dead. So yeah. Who Jones still slaps for me? Yeah, like I mean, I probably traded over 2 for 1 on both of them. So because I ran, what did I run? Oh no, I ran Hua William. So I ran, well, it depends on what preset I was running, but I did Arthur Phillip, which obviously was good. I ran Hua William, which did really well, and then I ran Joe Nevsky for my 3 Cavs. Joan Arthur is great, Lord Per. Very good. But he kind of suffers from the same thing that I'd say most Glass Cannon marches suffer from, is like if he's not targeted, he's insane, and then if he is targeted, he just gets crushed. Joe Nevsky better than Nevsky Joan? Yeah. Cavs are bad since QSH. Simple. I just don't agree with that. I think it's more about, I think it's just more about the way the tech has changed it. And obviously QSH makes everything else trade worse. That is true. But I'm not like, I don't think they're horrendous. The problem is in my KVK4 is that the only marches he really ran is the big meta marches, because most people are running 1 to 3 marches. Oh yeah. So if everyone else, like if you bring in today's world, right? And that's a really good point that you just brought up, John. Like if I go to an altar fight in Season of Conquest and everyone else brings a QSH ZL or QSH YSG and I run out there with a Hua Arthur, I'm getting crushed. 100%. But yeah, if it's just one of the 100 marches that are out there, it's a little bit different, right, in the open field. I'm cooked. I only have 100 heads. Well, Paul Atreides, you don't have to invest in this cycle, and you can keep it for next cycle. Everything is bad since QSH and makes you feel bad for doing it. Yeah, I mean, they really listen to the Archer people crying, I will say. Because QSH is way too busted. I am shocked. I am honestly floored that they did not nerf QSH. I think giving a commander a 4-second active skill cycle is not something that Rise of Kingdoms was ready for. Joan Arthur and Nevsky Arthur. I think Joan Arthur performs better than Nevsky Arthur. Alright. I just sent out all the farms. The farmy. Go nuts. I wish I could log off my farms while I do this, but I can't. Alright. We'll go back to the KVK. Guys, how much longer do you think this one lasts? I am pretty surprised it's on day 2, though. He's big in Chinese history. He has to be OP. It is definitely very true that Chinese commanders are just generally stronger in Rise of Kingdoms. I mean, I feel like that's not a secret, right? They release Hector and Achilles, who are some pretty insanely large historical figures, and they're both kind of buns. Oh. Dude, I'm just waiting for the day, man. I'm just waiting for the day where we get George Washington with a rifle, bro. And we have, like, a new skill or a new unit type called the Rifleman. And you just shoot people from long range. Okay, so do we use Hua Arthur now or Joan Arthur for 1 skill damage march? I think that depends on your preference, honestly. I would say that Hua Arthur has done better for me on average, but I think the high end of Joan Arthur is higher than Hua Arthur. Does that make sense? So, like, the highs are high, but the lowers are lower. So it's going to kind of depend on how much a risk-reward you want to play. Achilles ain't buns, is he? He's not buns, no, but I don't think he's, like, meta breaker. I think he's good. Man, I need, like, a soundboard that just says, I gave Achilles a 6 out of 10. I think he is a good investment for the next 2 months until the new calves are released. All right? But I think he's going to be worse than the next calf cycle. He will do well with Arthur, though. That is for sure going to be facts. I'm not saying that he won't be good immediately, but when you invest in commanders, guys, you got to think long term. You got to think long term. So if you invest in Achilles and you have 600 gold heads, and then the new calves come around in a month and a half, because that's when they're planning on coming around, you better have made sure that your investment was good. So if you only have 1 combo pairing, I would not invest into Achilles. What's up, Slick? I'm doing very good, man. In fact, I'm gonna have to head out here in probably about 5 to 10 minutes because I have to go get a haircut and we got dinner. So you know how it goes. Maybe I don't get a haircut. Guys, how are we feeling about the long hair? Huh? I feel like the long hair is not too bad. Lilith will say, hold my beer and release a skill cav. I'd be shocked, bro. So the only thing that I don't know how they're going to do it is the new garrison. So the new garrison is like, I mean, going to have to pair with Eleanor, right? And Eleanor's skill damage. So the garrison might be skill damage, which means that I guess there is a chance that the open field is skill damage too. But yeah. What are your thoughts on Hector? I gave him a 3 out of 10. I think he's shit. I think Achilles is Ragnar power level, not meta breaking, but just a good commander. Dan, 100% agree with you. That's what I said. That's not even long. I mean, for me, it's pretty long. Although I do have some gel in the hair right now, so I gotta. Normally, I'm like I get a 1 or 2 on the sides, and I'm chilling. How much power is Gal dropped? I can't click on a city. 207, he just barely dropped anything. Like he dropped a good bit. Who are the kingdoms over here, by the way? What if this is an open field cav and later we get only garrison? There's no way we only get 1 garrison. Don't cut your hair, then it's too short? Dude, it's long enough to where I get the dent in my head, you know? From my headphones. With short hair, I don't have to deal with that, you know? I don't think there's any way they only release 1 cab commander, bro. There's no way. How many of you guys, since we're making the Ragnar comp, how many of you guys still run Ragnar in the open field? Because he's debatable whether or not you use him in even one skill damage march right now. I say most people run like Skippy Rag or Rag Skippy. But with my Philip moving, I might just run Skippy Philip. Because I think I would run Skippy over Ragnar in the open field. Just because the debuff is so much better. And the instant proc. Running last KVK for 2 inf and 3 inf? Yeah, I mean he's good. But if I'm going to invest in Achilles, because I'm going to run 2 combo pairings, then that probably means that I move my Philip, and I either move my Philip to replace my Herman, which I don't love, or I move my Philip to replace Ragnar, right? So I run Luce, Alex, and BQ CJ. Yeah, I mean that's good. I don't mind that pairing at all. Run Ragnar, but I have 3 Imp. Yeah, Ragnar is still second pair for Imp. That's kind of what we're discussing. I don't know if he is though. Like if you value buffs and debuffs, then you're probably going to want to bench Ragnar, because all he does is damage. So you end up probably running Skippy Philip or Ragnar Philip. But generally, I am a fan of debuffs, bro. And also, I run Skippy primary over Ragnar primary in the combo, because support tree is really, really strong right now. Depends on if you have 2 pincer, yeah. I'm also not a huge fan of double pincer at the moment, but I only run 2 inf marches, so even though I have 3 sets of gear, pretty much. Actually, no, I have 3 sets of armaments, not gear. Check. Is there a big swarm happening? Let's see. 80? Oh, that's 50. 80. 593 or 593 662. Let's see. Oh, I think I missed it. What is this? Charles Hera? Oh man. I don't think they're swarming this. I also don't think they're keeping this very full. Oh, are they not changing alliances though? Tough. Hera AoE going crazy. Ooh, Eleanor. I don't know about the Eleanor swap. Ooh, would not swap to Eleanor when something's gonna get swarmed. Especially not into this rally either. Okay, we swap back. Yeah, ouch. 4 inf marches? Oh, not Santa. What's happening? I know you run 4 inf marches. Wow, they are really changing this garrison back and forth, huh? Swarm the Eleanor. That's what I'd be doing. What is that little victory thing? Okay, I'll show you the support tree, and then chat, I think it's time for me to, time for me to get ready. So, I will go ahead, log in. Wait, actually, I can't get off my farms. I can't get off the farms. Okay, here, we'll do this. Send them home afterwards. Okay. We'll load in. I'll show you. Ragnar Skippy's like the 7th place march for Wales. Yeah, that's what, I mean, I'd say he's worse than my Joan Nevsky. No. He's better than my Joan Nevsky, but worse than everything else. So, I would rank my marches as QSH number 1. So, QSH, YSG, BQ with Luce, and then there's a gigantic gap, right? A gigantic gap. And then I probably had the Arthur with William or Arthur Philip. And then from there, it was like whatever didn't swing, right? So ZL Herman did fine. Huo with William did fine. And then you had pretty much my bottom 2 were Joe Nevsky and Skippy Rag. So But yeah, this is the tree that you're on. So this is the support tree. So the reason why, and I feel like a broken record sometimes, I feel like I say this a lot, but emergency protection is the biggest skill that you can take because QSH does so much skill damage that this is essentially up like all the time. Because you're constantly getting hit with QSH AoE, so you're just reducing it by 13% or 15%, and it's quite good. Obviously, you want all the march speed up here. Only 2 points in this, and yeah, this is the tree you run. So overall, very good. I don't like dropping hold the line. I value the defense pretty highly, especially in times where it swarms out and you have a really high chance of proccing this. But if you really don't like holding the line, then you can go for the AoE slow. But yeah. All right, guys. With that, I think I am going to go get ready. I'm glad we did the review on stream. Again, I don't mean to be Mr. Pessimistic. I think that the Hector is pretty much unplayable. I think Achilles will see play in your best combo march, probably for 1 KVK, and then will most likely be replaced by the next cav release. We'll see. We'll see. I could be wrong. I'm not going to... I think the best bet for a lot of you guys in chat, and I'll say this one more time before I log off. If you have less than 700 gold heads and you only run 1 combo commander or 1 combo pairing, do not invest in Achilles. Wait until December when we have the next cav being released, okay? Please wait. Please wait. I don't want you to make the wrong decision, okay? So he's good. I put him on about that Ragnar power level. He lacks defensive stats pretty severely. And I also don't know how often his extra skill damage will actually proc. And I don't know if it's going to reset in and out of combat. So before we answer or before we invest, we have to know the answer to some of those questions. So, you know, I'll probably do some testing here on stream and we will figure it out from there. So, well, yeah, guys, with that said, let's see if there's anyone else to host. Who's on right now? If we don't get another imp skill, we're fucked and I have to bench both Ragnar and Skippy to start another Smite March. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It is definitely tough. Also, guys, if you haven't already, please like the stream. Would love the support. Again, every little bit of support clearly adds up, and I appreciate it. Ooh. Seems like Apo's streaming, but it seems to be a different language. I have no idea. So I'm just going to go ahead and host Apo because he's the only one that I see streaming. But it seems like he's streaming in a different language, so maybe for a different audience. But I don't know anything about it, and maybe you guys know... maybe you guys know how to speak that language and understand it. So, all right, guys, much love. Cheers. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. All right, peace.